Hola amigos y sean muy bienvenidos de nuevo al canal. El día de hoy vamos a hacer otra práctica porque he encontrado que la mejor fórmula para que ustedes puedan avanzar y lleguen bien preparados es practicar. No se preocupen si algo no entienden, recuerden que para el día jueves voy a hacer otro video respondiendo estas preguntas y también traduciéndolas en español para que no tengan ningún problema el día de tu entrevista. Así que el día de hoy vamos a practicar. Ayúdame como siempre dándole like a este video, suscribiéndote si no lo has hecho, sígueme en Instagram y pues nada, comencemos la práctica del día de hoy. Hi and welcome. My name is Officer Gonzalez and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. Before we begin, can you please tell me when did you submit your application? Since you submitted your application, has anything changed? Did you change your address? Did you travel outside of the United States? Okay, now can you please tell me, do you understand why you're here today? Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen? Perfect. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the statements you will give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Please take a seat. Do you know what you just did? What is an oath? Thank you. Can you please provide me with your full legal name? Have you used a different name before? Would you like to change your name? When was the last time did you travel out of the United States? And for how many days was that trip? Since you submitted your application, have you traveled out of the United States? Who traveled with you? And what was the purpose of that trip? Okay, what is your date of birth? And where were you born? Are you still a citizen of that country? What is your height and your weight? What is the color of your eyes? What is your current address? And for how long have you been living at this address? Who lives at this address with you? What is your previous address? Are either your parents U.S. citizens? Are you currently employed? When did you stop working? And for how long have you not been working? So how you manage to pay the bills? Yes, how do you support yourself? Oh, your spouse supports you. Okay, that's fine. Where does your spouse work? And for how long have he or she been working there? What does he or she does in his job? Now, you're mentioning you're married. For how long have you been married? And how many times have you been married? One time, two times, how many times? Okay, what is your spouse's name? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? Do you have any children? Are either your children U.S. citizens? Can you please give me the names of the children that they are already U.S. citizens? Now, how old are the children that are not U.S. citizens? What is your relationship with your children? Now, when did you become a permanent resident? And how did you apply? How did you qualify to get to be a resident? Did somebody petition you? It was asylum. How were you able to apply? And what year was this? Okay, now since you become a permanent resident, have you ever been arrested? Have you ever been cited or detained by any law enforcement officer? Do you understand what cited is? Can you please explain to me what cited is? Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Why not? In what year did you register to vote in the United States? Why not? Have you ever voted in the United States? Why not? Do you now have or do you ever had inheritance title in order of nobility from any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or being confined into a mental institution? What is a mental institution? Have you ever failed to file your taxes? Since you become a lawful permanent resident, have you ever not filed your taxes? Have you ever been a member of any organization or any association here in the United States or in other location in the world? Have you ever been a communist? What is communism? Have you ever been a member of a totalitarian party? Have you ever been a terrorist? What is a terrorist? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Can you please tell me in Spanish what I just asked you? Yes, in Spanish. Yes, I can repeat it. Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Can you please tell me in Spanish what I just asked you? Correct. Have you ever persecuted anyone because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Why not? Have you ever sell any weapons or provide or give weapons to any person or help another person sell, give or provide weapons to any person? Have you ever received any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? What is a weapon? Have you ever been involved in genocide? What is genocide? Have you ever been involved in killing or trying to kill someone? Have you ever been involved in hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose? Have you ever been involved in forcing someone or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations? Have you ever been involved in not letting someone practice his or her religion? What is religion? Have you ever been deported from the United States? Have you ever had an order of deportation from the United States government? What is deportation? Have you ever committed a crime, assisted in committing a crime, or attempt to commit a crime for which you were not arrested? What is arrested? Have you ever been in prison or jail? What is a prison or jail? Have you ever been a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or any way work or participate in a prison or jail? In a prison camp? In a labor camp? A detention facility? Or any other place where people were forced to stay? Have you ever been part of any of the following groups? A guerrilla group, a paramilitary unit, a militia. What is a militia? Have you ever been part of a vigilant unit? How about a police unit? Insurgent organization. Have you ever smuggled controlled substance, illegal drugs, or narcotics into the United States? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? What is a habitual drunkard? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Can you please give me an example of what it would be if somebody marries someone for immigration benefit? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? What is gambling? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever done any misrepresentation to get or to receive a public benefit in the United States? Have you ever failed to pay alimony or to support your dependents? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States, or lied to any U.S. government official just to stay in the United States? Have you ever given any information that was false, fraudulent, or misleading to any U.S. government official? Have you ever lied to the U.S. government? Do you understand what a lie is? What is a lie? Do you understand what an oath of allegiance is? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the oath of allegiance to the United States? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the Constitution? And what is the United States form of government? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combat services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Muy bien amigos, esto sería todo por el video. Denle like si quieren seguir practicando. Denle like también si les gustaría que hiciera un video con cubrebocas, porque muchos de ustedes me lo han pedido. Si veo muchos likes lo voy a hacer. Como siempre, vayan a ver cualquiera de estos dos videos si no los han visto. Sigan estudiando, sigan poniendo todas las ganas y verán que el día de la entrevista no tiene ningún problema. Nos vemos en el próximo video en el cual voy a traducir todo esto. Hasta luego.